TOS Television, your digital first Pan-African news network. I am Abigail Okwade, and this is Africa Now. Mali's newly appointed transitional Prime Minister Chogwel Kokala Maiga on Sunday at a meeting with his government set a roadmap towards a return to civilian power in February of 2022. Addressing his government, the Malian Prime Minister says they will consider the creation of a single independent electoral management body universally requested by the political class and civil society. The Prime Minister and the transitional president and coup leader Colonel Assimi Goita have not yet spoken publicly about this decision. To security, the Somali National Army on Sunday said they have killed at least 50 Al-Shabaab militants in intensified security operations in Al-Shabaab bases in the central and southern regions of the country. The Al-Qaeda allied terror group, which began in 2010, has lost many areas previously under its control since the government forces intensified their offensive operations to flush out the Al-Shabaab terrorists. To health-related matters, according to the South African Health Product Regulatory Authority, early on Sunday, contaminated batches of the Johnson & Johnson COVID-19 vaccines that were produced in Aspen Pharmacare in Gebeha, formerly known as Port Elizabeth, would not be released for use in South Africa. Going through a third wave of the virus, the Southern African country has recorded 9,320 new cases. In a statement, the Health Regulatory Authority indicates that they will release 300,000 Johnson & Johnson vaccines that have been cleared by the United States Food and Drug Administration. Edgar Lungu, Zambia's president, on Sunday collapsed during the televised annual commemoration and investiture ceremony for the 45th National Defense Forces Day. The 64-year-old head of state suffers from alkalgia. It is a rare disorder that makes it difficult for food and liquid to pass from the esophagus into the stomach. The secretary to the president has confirmed that the president is well and continues to discharge his duty as head of state, government, and commander-in-chief of the defense force. Now, away from health matters, Zimbabwe's Parks and Wildlife Management Authority say they are concerned over the increasing chances of the death of people in low-lying communities that share boundaries with game reserves from the overpopulation of elephants and other surges in wildlife. According to Zimpark spokesperson Tinashe Farawo, 30 people have already been killed by wild animals this year. The movement of the animals is in search of scarce food and water, especially during the dry season. Farawo encouraged people to minimize movement at night to avoid wild animals. This is your digital first Pan-African news network, TOS Television. You are watching Africa Now. We move to business after the break. To stay tuned. Welcome back. In business, President Samia Suluhu Hassan has urged Tanzania Central Bank to be prepared for the use of digital currencies amid a rising interest and adoption of cryptocurrencies around the globe. She added that the government should not be caught unawares or find out later that the Tanzanian citizens are ahead of the government and have already started using cryptocurrencies. Now to Kenya. The National Treasury of Kenya has allotted 73.9 billion Kenyan shillings to the agriculture sector for the 2021-2022 financial year to improve access to food for households. The Treasury said 7 billion Kenyan shillings will go to the National Agricultural and Rural Inclusivity Project, 2.7 billion Kenyan shillings for the Kenyan Zero Enhancement Program, while 1.8 billion Kenyan shillings will finance the fight against locusts. Still in Kenyan taxpayers are said to have saved 5.21 billion Kenyan shillings in the 9 months to March on traveling, training and per diems for top state officials at the back of restrictions imposed to curb the spread of the coronavirus disease. The latest report from the Controller of Budget shows that the top officials spent 13.85 billion Kenyan shillings on their domestic and foreign travel, training and per diems, a 27% fall from the 19.06 billion Kenyan shillings spent in the corresponding period the previous year. Since the ban of Twitter in Nigeria, the use of virtual private networks (VPN) has hit record high in web traffic. VPNs are security tools that help to protect users from being hacked, tracked, monitored, or otherwise compromised. ExpressVPN, popularly accessed by Nigerians, said they saw over 200% increase in web traffic from Nigeria. Now in sports, Sierra Leone and Benin will on Monday play a decisive qualifying match for the final African Cup of Nations qualifier, following the final ruling by the Court of Arbitration for Sports. Last March, the Benin Squirrels refused to play the final match in March following the questionable positive COVID-19 results of 5 of their best players after tests carried out on their arrival in Freetown in Sierra Leone. The match will decide the final place at next year's Delayed Nations Cup finals. And that is it on Africa Now. For more updates, to visit our website at www.TOS TVNetwork.com. Follow us and like our social media handles on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And remember to subscribe on YouTube. To stay with us and enjoy more programs on TOS Television Network. I am Abigail Okwade. Thanks for watching.